I don't get out of here, I'll die. If I don't get out of here, I'll die. If I don't get out of here, I'll die. If I don't get out of here, I hope I die and burn. Life in Madison is like sitting in the funeral parlor. If I don't get out of here, I'll die. If I don't get out of here, I hope I die and burn. Life in Madison is like sitting in the funeral parlor and waiting for the funeral to begin. No, it's like lying in a coffin and waiting for them to carry you out. Hi, kids. I'm just blogging. You asked me the questions. One of the questions was, do I do a Betty Davis imitation? Could you tell that was my Betty Davis imitation? It's not Life in Madison, it's Life in. Come on, you Betty Davis fans, you should know the answer. Life in Loyalton. Life in Loyalton. It's like sitting in a funeral parlor, waiting for the funeral to begin. No, it's like sitting in the coffin, waiting for them to carry you out. XWL asks what superpowers I would like, and I don't like any of his suggestions. Maybe a superpower would be the ability to impersonate movie stars at will. Who would you imitate if you could imitate a movie star? He suggests the superpower of mental telepathy within a 15-foot radius. You know, mental telepathy over a distance of miles, that might be very disturbing. For example, what if something terrible was happening somewhere and you could tell that it was happening? You know, would you feel like you have to go there, you have to try to save them? And how would that work out? It doesn't work out that well in the movies, you know. Blake said, you know, remember yesterday we did that, you can't forget it, egg salad sandwich challenge? I ate the egg salad sandwich. That caused kind of an uproar on the blog today. Some people don't understand what I'm trying to do. But Blake came up with a quote from 40-Year-Old Virgin. I can't really do a Steve Carell imitation, but he says something like, God, Friday when I went home, I really wanted an egg salad sandwich. And I was just obsessing about it. And I was like, man, I'm going to make one of those. So Saturday, I went out and got like a dozen eggs, and I boiled them all, and then I spent, I don't know, probably 3 hours, like 3.5 hours making, you know, the mayonnaise and the onions and paprika and, you know, all the accoutrements. And then by the time I was done, I just really didn't feel like eating it. Well, you know, that really does suggest that egg salad sandwiches are sex, right? But my egg salad vlog, did it have anything to do with sex? No, because if it did, you're paying me to do it. Would have been, you know, that wouldn't have been right. And yet I see that over on Firedog Lake, T-Rex, who can't seem to stay out of my vortex, especially when it's baited with food, he gets into this whole elaborate thing about the eggs, because he's trying, you know what, he's just jealous of me, you know, because he copies a whole big passage from my Hillary Clinton onion rings post where I talk about the sexual symbolism of it. You know, he quotes it. Bill says no onion rings, and Hillary responds, I'm looking out for you. Now the script says onion rings because that's what the Sopranos were eating in that final scene. But I doubt if any blogger will disagree with my assertion that, coming from Bill Clinton, the O of an onion ring is a vagina symbol. Hillary says no to that, driving the symbolism home. She's looking out all right, vigilant over her husband, denying him the sustenance he craves. And he's all, every time I read that bit about the sustenance he craves, I get the all-over creepy shivers, like someone just dumped a bag of live spiders over my naked thighs. Well, I don't want to hear about his naked thighs either. But you know, really, what he's doing, I think the creepy shivers he gets is, why can't I write as well as Althouse? Why can't I say political, comic, sexy things that have food in them, like Althouse? So he tries to do that riffing on my video. You know, so Hillary Clinton did that onion rings, carrots video, and so now he has a video of mine. So he's trying to, well, he acts like he's trying to repay me for what I did to her, but what he's really doing, you know, is he's trying to pull off a blog post as well done as my Hillary Clinton on the onion rings post. He says, eggs of, let's see how well he does it. Can he really do it? The egg, of course, embodies the sacred feminine. Does it? The egg embodies the sacred feminine? Is an egg female? You know, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Does a male chicken come out of an egg? Or only a female chicken? What's female about an egg? It is a symbol of womanhood, is it? And female fertility that's been recognized as such since our most primitive ancestors put green plastic Easter grass in their stone baskets and gave each other painted dodo eggs and chocolate pterodactyls or whatever. Okay, he's trying to do some writing there. I don't agree that the eggs are a symbol of the female. I think they are a symbol of fertility, but I think that they're not going to be fertile eggs unless the rooster, the cock, was involved. Could it be that by tucking into a sacred feminine sandwich on camera, Anne is telegraphing to us a deep-seated need to, well, you know, like go floating face down in Ricky Lake to explore Katie Lang's 49th parallel? Well, first of all, that sounds homophobic, and I don't know why he thinks it's okay for him to be homophobic. He later goes on to be sexist, too. But also, tucking into, did he even watch the video? I didn't want to eat the sandwich. I only ate the sandwich because people gave me $200. So, you know, maybe he's calling me a whore, but he doesn't seem to get it. He seems to think I wanted to eat the sandwich. I didn't want to eat the sandwich. Duh. On the other hand, the truth is, over on my blog, we think that the eggs are symbols of part of the male that in Spanish we call huevos. Look it up. It's not feminine at all. He says, he starts off saying, I mostly stopped reading Ann Althouse. Really? He can't really stop. Generally because every time I look over in there, something so weird is going on that I feel like I just bumbled on the set of a Fellini film. Well, you know, Christie says he actually does recognize. The weird thing about that is that he actually seems to get what I'm doing. Bumbling onto the set of a Fellini film, is that something I'm going to say, oh no, I'm not, I feel bad about that? That he thinks you never know what kind of a strange Fellini-esque scene you're going to encounter if you stop by the blog? Is that supposed to be an insult? He doesn't seem to realize that what he's pointing out is stuff that, you know, everything's intentional over here. Everything's under control.